Now, Professor Roumen Nikolov will conduct the panel discussion.
Okay, thank you very much. Obviously, I'm not Professor Denchev, who was supposed to conduct this session. I tried twice to play his role, but well, that's the second time. So I think we are running out of time, but I think this is important. I mean, to have some, as we agreed in the morning, we should have some production, some real results after our workshop. Before going shopping, as I was kidding. But anyway, so I was thinking about the format and the structure. How can we put a framework for this discussion? And I think we already have the framework. Since I can just try to go to the Edu Summit. Page and where is it? Okay. Was it F6? F7. Muszę coś powiedzieć. Aha, okej. So I would, of course, that's not. I mean, I don't want to impose this framework, but since we pretend to be the follow-up of Edu Summit, and we already have 8 topics which were announced, already discussed. There were already some contributions, some, I mean, global contributions. And we had very useful presentations from our guests. I think so. Let me remind you, because probably it's not possible to read.
You can augment it.
Sorry, augment. Okay.
No, it's okay. Now.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Right, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have 8 topics already identified towards the new system for schooling in the digital age, advancing mobile learning in formal and informal setting. That was Gerald's presentation mostly. We have professional development, very important topic. We have digital equity and intercultural education, very important topic, and we have something to say, I guess. And also we have assessment as for the 4 and 21st century learning. Also very important, assessment was put by academician standard, even in the context of upbringing and many other aspects, but assessment is important, and we could also contribute. Advancing computational thinking in 21st century, that was Jokis, And Chris there was, I mean, in the one of the member teams. That's also observatories for researching and the impact of IT in education. We could also contribute to that, of course. And digital citizenship and literacies around the world. We are part of the world, so we can also contribute. So I think we should not change the framework. Yeah, and also maybe we can add something. We can add the topic of upbringing, because that's academician sent us twice. I mean, last time and this time, 3 years ago, and now again put our attention on the upbringing, and probably we should not, or it's forgotten somehow in some applications and systems, but now I think it's good to put it in the, and which topic else we might add. And what's I'm a pragmatic person, and I think if I went through the contributions, I see that there are some communications, I don't know whether they're open for everyone. Is what? Sorry?
What do you mean? EduSummit?
The EduSummit.
It's invitational.
Sorry?
It's an invitational.
Invitational, but we can open some internal discussion forums. And since some of us were invited, we might summarize and provide our contribution to. In this way, we can bridge the EduSummit 2013 with the EduSummit 2015, and bring additional contribution from our side, this part of the world, which I think is important. We have something to say, and tomorrow there will be also interesting presentations. And maybe we can, I don't want to, that's not wise to make it like that in rush. I mean, but anyway, if we have some homework and this framework, we might organize, and tomorrow might have additional half an hour to discuss it, or 1 hour. We'll see how much room exists in the agenda, in the program, and we can open it after that asynchronously, I mean online, and I think this might be a good moment. What do you think? I mean,
yeah, well, I think we would very much welcome that if there are contributions also in preparing the EduSummit from this region or this country, that would really be beneficial for the discussions, and the EduSummit would also be tuned to the purpose of the EduSummit. So yes, and remember, maybe we can show that tomorrow that we already are moving forward a little bit, because these main themes are still there, but we are also having some new developments in it. You can say that. Yes.
Yes, I think this is a wonderful idea. The whole concept behind EduSummit was that the 100 or so that gather have a reach out to all corners of the earth. And so not only can it hopefully help to come to you, but the idea is that it should come from you. So through conduits like yourself. But in the first one, for example, we had very little contribution from South America, so there was a great emphasis in getting more input for the next one. And we know that we're not reaching all of the corners of the earth, but for me, I was very impressed with all the presentations today. I think there's very much for EduSummit to learn from all of you. And so I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you very much. I think...
I
After you, I would like to
Ah, you will also.
I would like to
Okay, that's good. Thank you. I think that's a rational and pragmatic approach, and that might. Thank you. So, if we stick to this framework, then what we can do, we have already topics, and we can. I mean, Jenny and Elena and the other Jenny here around me, we can try to organize some working groups. The same way to mirror what was done at the Edu Summit, to mirror it here and to produce, let's say, 3 to 5 to 7 pages for each of the topics coming from our side, summarizing, and then that might be part of the proceedings. And also we can submit this to Edu Summit as our contribution. And what Professor Denchev said, if similar follow-ups go all over the world, then the Edu Summit might flourish. I mean, that's if you accept, as we can stick, Jenny.
I would like to add something, that both the variety of people here in the audience, all of us, and in the place that is hosting this event, combine two things. People who are very young and people who are very experienced young.
We are still young.
Yes, young experienced. So, young people tend to feel happy when they reinvent the wheel, thinking that everything starts from them. More experienced young people are nostalgic about the early days of computers in education and think they did everything the best way. So why should we change anything at all? So let's try to combine the experience and enthusiasm, even in the working groups, and try to keep what was really worth keeping, not trying from scratch, starting from scratch, because I'm fed up of policymakers telling me that everything that was conceived during the socialism should be forgotten, and recommend me using technology by scanning textbooks and projecting them with PowerPoint from the screen for passive viewers. I hate this. So let's see what is really innovative. When I see things that I have been doing 30 years ago, is this innovative? Maybe. But let's see why it's worth keeping it. Don't tell me how many computers you have. I'm not impressed with technology, for technology per se. I'm impressed by teachers who can make their students passionate. This could be done by dances like these young people did today. We've seen mathematical etudes done by hand or by dancing. You don't need an interactive blackboard producing stupid lessons in the styles of preaching on. We don't need that. We don't need. I remember a conference in Varna on innovations that spent half an hour trying to produce something from Hungary to transmit a PowerPoint presentation with very modern device instead of sending the file. I don't know what.
Okay, so thank you very much. I think this is maybe Tanya. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, you can say something.
Involved in the discussion with some words.
Yeah.
I would like to make a connection between our today events and today's events with one event that happened last week in Dubrovnik. It was second European conference of information literacy. It brings together researchers, librarians, this community from whole world, I could say, have the representatives, more than 1,073 presenters on place. I have the honor to be presenter from Bulgaria, and I think that for the last year issue of SEO, It will happen in October at the same time. In Tallinn, in Estonia, we could make some contribution about our work and to make the connections between this discussion and this community. And I'm very happy that today we have presentations that focus in all these subjects that cover our multidisciplinary UNESCO chair. And also I would like to mention that UNESCO also support these SEL conferences that stay more and more widely. So I think that for the next year edition of SEL we could contribute to make some impacts and contributions of our work.
Okay, thank you. So maybe we can leave my proposal as it is and discuss it a bit tomorrow, just to make it more concrete and to operationalize it. I mean, that's that. Thank you very much for some other proposals. Okay, thank you very much. We have a cocktail party downstairs, so you're
We
invited.
have not asked you to dance, so.
No,
The young ones this morning.
No, I know that you have problems. That's why we didn't. I mean, I'm kidding. Anyway,
Thank
so
you.
thank you very much.